keeps you convicted to the point that you can sit down with a friend and say, let me show you something. And they say, what? Let me show you something. I said, look, if you just get in business with me, so you can sit there and talk to somebody about 1,000 years about selling something. And they're like, I don't know how to sell. I can't sell. I don't even want to sell. I don't like asking my friends for anything. You said, but let me show you something. Get in business with me, change your W-4. They take, let's say you get $200 a month back. Take that $200 and put it into your 401k. That's a $2,400 tax deduction. If you're in a 33% tax bracket, because you're in Georgia, 6 to the state, and you ain't got to make a whole lot of money and pay 28 to feds, right? So that's going to save you 34th on that $2,400. That's going to save you about $800 in taxes. Say now, okay, let's go back to the calculators real quick. We had $200 a month. Okay, let's put $200 a month here. Okay, let's give them 9%, 9.5%. Okay, let's do that for 30 years. So they 30. One day they're going to be 65, whether they're working or not, or they 35, whatever, right? Now let's calculate it. It says, does it make sense that you don't want a business so bad you'll throw away $400,000? So it has nothing to do with what you're selling. It's the financial success company. In other words, simply by getting a business, changing your W-4, putting the money into your 401k, IRA, or whatever, this grows to over $400,000. Now, what I didn't include in here was by investing, changing your W-4, taking the $200 and putting it into your retirement account is going to save you $800 on taxes. So what did the business cost you? Nothing. It made you money. You see? Because you have people who aren't putting $200 in their 401k either. Now, what if they actually saved another $2,000 on their taxes because they got a business? Now, this number might jump from 2 to 400, right? You see what makes them a millionaire? You don't get to be, see, this mindset, and many marketing companies have taught this mindset of you're going to become a millionaire because you're going to be the super top motivated salesperson in the universe. You're going to be doing it, and just somehow everybody in the city going to be following you in business, and you're going to be making $50,000 to $100,000 a month. That's possible, but even if that happens, it can only happen to 1 out of every 50,000. Just by math, right? So it's not even realistic to talk about that foolishness, is it? If you're the one person that happened to, then we're like, okay.
My name is David Smith. I'm here from Oceanside, California.
Y'all give it up. Okay.
Before Extra Digit, I had around $5,000 in credit card debt, and I mean, not a big amount, but and I had less than that in my checking account, and so I was upside down. And I knew Brian through another avenue. We got to talking on Facebook, and he introduced me to the Extra Digit movement. And I got started about 30 days ago. And so I started looking at just the strategy side. This isn't from, again, the whole strategy versus sales thing. This isn't making any sales, not making any money in the business side. This is just strategy. Already from August 1st to September 1st, I tracked my cash, my net worth. And just from strategy side, making better decisions, making some payments and just different things like that. On August 1st, I was upside down. On September 1st, I was cash flow positive. I have more in my checking account than I have debts. I'm still in debt. $1,400 in 30 days, and that was just by strategy, not by selling anything.
Say that last part again. I flipped my cash flow by what?
I flipped my net worth by $1,300 in 1 month, just by strategy, just by making better decisions, just by awareness. And that wasn't with making any sales.
Awesome. Now do it up for what happened to you guys before and after?
Okay, we're the Joneses.
I'm Derek Jones. This is Sonny Jones. We've been in the business probably about a month and a half. Now, before we got in the business, true story. Me and my wife were calling each other on a daily basis. Hey, something popped up in the account. What did you spend $30 on? I spent $30 on this. Hey, I thought we had such and such in the account. What did you spend $50 on? Well, I spent $50 on this. Then we calling and asking each other, well, when you get paid? I get paid this week, but I gotta pay this when you get paid. True story. After a month in the business, we cash flow close to $1,100 a month. So we find out how much we cash flow from her check this month. And we don't call each other asking each other about when we get paid or what's going on with the account anymore. Car.
Yay!
Like that. Y'all good up for the Joneses?
Yeah.
All right. These are the Joneses you want to keep up with. Yeah. W4 Investments.
Okay. So, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Extra Digit Movement has changed my life because using Strategy 1, changing my W4, I was able to get back about $560 a month. Wow. So that was my increase of cash flow just from the very first strategy. So I was one of those people, I didn't really have cash flow issues, but I'm always open to more money in my pocket. So since, I've been in the business for about 2 months, 2.5 months now. And since then, I have started investing. And through Strategy 3, my investment has doubled through consistent contributions. Now, that money, had I not learned about Extra Digit, would be sitting in an account, possibly earning, what, 1.5%? Where now, because I've learned how to invest wholesale versus retail, my money is earning 8, 9, 10, 12, 24%, and some of the stocks I've invested in. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity. So
my name is Quinn Brown from Columbia, South Carolina. Prior to, well, I'm a postal worker by trade, and met Brian through some online training, and then we met in person. I've been in the business now about 2.5 months or so. Through learning the strategies and implementing strategy number 1, my paycheck at the job has increased $350 per check. So I immediately have been receiving an extra $700 a month just by strategy number 1. And as a result of that, now we're moving towards eliminating the debt and looking forward to implementing strategy number 3 very soon.
Awesome.
Right.
Morning.
Good morning.
I'm Barry Bevier. I'm from Vista, California.
California, right?
I met Brian at one of his speaking engagements around the 1st of June out in San Diego, and got involved in Extra Digit maybe about 6 weeks ago or so. And I'm working on strategy 1. I guess I'm not W2, so I've on my own been doing some businesses, and but cash flow problems and debt. So what I've done so far, had an extra car, a little SUV I towed behind my motorhome. Told my daughter we're going to sell a car. I sold my Jaguar. I took the Audi that she was driving, and she's driving the SUV. So we're cutting back. The money I got from the Jag, I finished paying off the Jag, and I paid off the SUV. And so I got 1 car payment now. Took some of that and reduced the credit card by about $1,000. And started looking at my daily expenses and monthly expenses, and I had subscribed to like 4 websites that cost me $25 a piece. I wasn't using them. I cut that out, I reduced my cable. I probably cut about $1,000 out of my monthly expenses just by looking at things that I really didn't need and cutting back a little bit. So I don't know what the end result is, but it certainly improved the situation, and I'm just glad for this strategy and trying to share it with others and bring people into the business, show them how it all works.
Man, we say, Brian, how you keep moving, how you keep going. When you hear these testimonies, you're like, it's awesome. Yeah. It's awesome. You don't need $30,000 Friday to get wealthy. You create wealth a couple of weeks at a time.
Hello, my name is Candace Woodruff, and I am Executive Vice President Gold here in MyEcon. I am super excited to be sharing with you the information that is changing people's lives all across the country. Now, when I say changing people's lives, I'm not saying that just because it sounds good. I'm saying it because it's true. You see, we have real people and real results. I can even speak for myself that even having a master's degree and a corporate position, I still did not understand the value of my money until I started using the strategies and education of MyEcon. So I can say that it's truly changed my life. So let's get started so that you can see what everyone is so excited about. And I know you're wondering, well, why is it that we're really worried about our finances? Well, the sad truth is, out of 320 million Americans, 95% of them are financially stressed. Yes, that's a big number. So this is how we see it in MyEcon. Right now, there is a financial cancer going on in America, and we believe that we have the cure to that cancer. So who are we? Well, MyEcon is a fast-growing, debt-free, and technology-driven company. We do everything online, and our owners are really smart men. They opened the company with their own money, so we don't owe anyone anything. We've been around for about 10 years, and we're based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Our leaders, well, they've been in the industry collectively for about 100 years. And let's just say they have documented success, which is great. Our mission statement is to empower people to attain personal financial success. You see, I stress the word personal in that because I'm sure you would agree with me in saying that you have to help yourself before you can help anyone else. So let's keep going. While we're helping ourselves, we understand that all of us wake up every single day with two objectives. The first one is to maintain our current lifestyle. We want to take care of our kids. We want to pay our bills, those types of things. The second objective is for us to make enough money right now, but also to make enough money to last us into retirement. You see, the government tells us that we need 12 times the amount we make right now to last us into retirement. So what does that really look like? Well, if you make $50,000 right now, you need over $500,000 to last you into retirement, and that's a lot of money. So we're sharing some great information with you, but we have to understand where our money is really going. Now, with those two objectives, we have 4 challenges. The first challenge, well, it's inflation. What is inflation, Candace? Inflation is the constant rise of everything around you going up, but your income, well, it stays the same because gas is constantly going up, groceries are going up, daycare is going up, but does your job give you a raise whenever the groceries go up? Absolutely not. So that's inflation. The buying power of your dollar goes down every single day. The second challenge is taxes. We're going to go a little deeper into this later, but taxes take about 1/3 of your income off the top. Did you know that the average American between the age of 18 and 60, that they make about $1 million in their lifetime? Wow. Where does that $1 million go? Well, the first third goes to taxes. You never see it. The second third goes to debt, and then we're forced to live and retire off the last third of our money. See, this is a challenge, and many of us don't have a strategy or a plan to even know where the last third goes. So that's taxes, and we're going to go deeper into that. But the third challenge is debt. Wow. You see, I can speak for myself when it comes to debt because I had plenty of it. Let's talk about it just a second. I have, the great degrees, but I did not have a trust fund or many scholarships, so I had to get student loans. Yes, student loans are a financial epidemic going on in America right now. On top of the student loans, I got credit cards. I got a car loan because I couldn't walk to class. And then, well, let's just say I was really excited when I graduated and I got myself a nice home, which is a 30-year mortgage. Yes, a whole lot of debt. So with all those things combined, before the age of 30 years old, I was in over $200,000 worth of debt. See, this is very common in America, very common. I looked good, but I did not feel so good because I had debt up to my ears. So what's really happening now is that my econ has given me a strategy so that I'll have all of my debt paid off in 6.5 years. Yes, I said it, 6.5 years using a strategy. And we're going to share that strategy with you in just a second. Now let's go to this fourth challenge. The reason for the first three is because of a lack of financial education. You see, we don't know what to do with our money. Many times we're trained to make money, spend money, and then save a little bit, and if something happens, then that money's gone, right? So let's talk about the solutions that we provide with these challenges that we face every single day. The first solution is we show you how to lower your taxes. Well, how do we do that? Many people work a job and they fill out this form called the W-4. The W-4 form is often filled out incorrectly by 80% of Americans. That's a big number. So what we do is we make sure that that form is filled out correctly, and when it's filled out the correct way, many people get usually about $200 to $800 back into their home. See, this is called cash flow. Once you get that cash flow, we say, hey, use the extra money that you were never seeing before and start to get rid of that debt that's hanging over your head. That's major. So now we're using the extra money, getting rid of our debt, and we want to speed up our process a little bit because we're having a great experience, so we want to share this knowledge and education with other people. Well, let's just say that the company sends you a small check for doing so, and we teach you how to get you some business income to make your process faster. While doing these things, we teach the power of investment education. This is major because making money is way more powerful than us or labor making money. We have to understand that. So these are our solutions. I know you have a pen and pad, so make sure you take these down and let me share with you how this really works. The key is to shift your mindset. And we're going to actually shift your mindset as we go through this, but we're really wanting you to understand what the difference between assets and liabilities are. You see, we know that assets make you money and liabilities take money out of your pocket. We also tell you, hey, go pick up a book. Let's read some books. Let's read together so that we can expand our knowledge and expand our minds. See, education is the key, and we have to apply this education to our lives. We're teaching you the difference between a cash flow asset and an equity asset. You see, we know that a cash flow asset makes you money right now, and an equity asset makes you money later. We're teaching you how to turn your home, regardless if you're renting or you're buying, into a cash flow asset right now. And I know you want to know how to do that, and I'm going to share that with you in just a second. We understand that there's two tax systems in America, one for the business owner and one for the employee. We also get that we choose to get paid 3 different ways. Now, as an employee, we're taxed at the highest rate of 28 to 33%. As a business owner, we are taxed at 18 to 23%, and that's the net effect. Now, as an investor, we're taxed around, give or take, 10%, and that's, up and down depending on what you're investing in. So let me ask you a question really quickly. What is taken out of your paycheck before you get it? Well, many things, right? But taxes are a major part of that. So let's look at this concept. You pay the highest amount in taxes, and the government gets your money before you do. Now, after you pay your taxes, then you pay your bills, and then, you pay yourself. See, this is a challenge because many Americans don't have enough cash flow to pay themselves at the end of their money. So what we teach you is very powerful. We're teaching you the power of business ownership. The power of business ownership says, hey, pay yourself first, then pay your bills, then pay taxes. Look a lot better? Absolutely. So I know you're wondering, well, Candace, what is the business? I don't have a business. I don't understand. Well, you're in luck because My Econ is a home-based business, and we teach the power of business ownership, and we teach financial principles and education so that you can help yourself, and then you can care enough to share that knowledge to help other people. See, we're a strategy-type company. This is awesome. So let's keep going so I can really share with you how this works. We all know that McDonald's is on every corner. We consider them as being big business. Well, did you know that McDonald's and home-based businesses like My Econ have the same tax benefits? Oh, yeah. So let's look at the expenses that McDonald's has. Well, they have utilities. They have a mortgage over their head. They have water, lights. They have employees. See, all of these things are things that they pay for every day. Did you know that those are tax deductions for those large corporations? So if we have the same tax benefits as McDonald's, now let's look at the things that we pay for every single day. Our rent or mortgage, our internet, vacations, cell phone bills, all of these things that we pay for every single day now become tax deductible. Yes, absolutely, tax deductible. So let me show you how this really works. This is our income shifting slide. See, we're teaching you to income shift by teaching you the power of business ownership, because this is the only way you can use this information that I'm sharing with you. You have to have a business. So let's show you how it works. Let's say you maintain your business every month for about $50. Well, that's $600 a year in savings, because we get 100% of that as a tax deduction. Your children. We use a small number here, but we show you how to write off up to $6,300 using your child as an employee, and it does not affect your child tax care credit. Oh yes, you don't pay taxes on that $6,300 because you don't go over that number, and yes, it's a tax deduction. Wow. We show you how to do that, and it's very powerful. I'm sure you've seen a Gerber baby before, right? Yes. So, home internet. Many times these days we all have internet. Well, that's 100% write-off, because remember earlier I shared with you that we do everything online. What else? Your cell phone. I'm sure you may be on your cell phone right now. Well, you're using your phone 85% of the time for business. At $100 a month, that's about $1,000 a year in savings. Now I want you to look at these deductions that I've showed you so far. Aren't you going to do these things anyway? Yes. So we just say, take your regular expenses and turn them into business expenses by using the MyEcon system. So let's keep going. Do you travel? Well, I do, and it's awesome because I write mine off. And I'm going to share with you how to do that. Dining, going out to eat, entertainment, driving your car. Yes, the government gives us 57 cents per mile to drive for business. Let's say you drove 10,000 business miles this year. Well, that's $5,700 in tax savings. See, this is major. This is a total of $16,000 in regular expenses that you pay for that you've just turned into business expenses. Wow. Now, let me be clear. We qualify for over 450 tax deductions, and I didn't even mention how you can qualify for writing off your rent and your utilities at your home. See, this is the thing that's changing people's lives. They're keeping more money in their pocket instead of just making them regular expenses. So let me share with you one quick story so you can really put this into perspective. Let's say that I'm not in Texas, so I'll use Texas for example. I'm in Arkansas, and I decide to go to Texas on a prospecting trip. Now, on that prospecting trip, I drive my car, and I go to the hotel. I hand my business card up to the clerk, and I tell her, I teach a strategy called income shifting. You should give me a call. That was business. So I attempted to do business just like the IRS tells me to do. Now look at the things on this list that tells me that I can actually write off. Well, my travel and lodging, my hotel room, driving my vehicle, me going out to eat, my cell phone bill. Isn't my phone number on that business card? Wow. Now that whole trip is tax deductible. But wait, can I help that my family stays in Texas? No, I can't help that. So I'm going to go and see my family anyway. And I'm probably going to tell them about the business too. See, this is major. We're changing our lives by just changing the way we do things and changing the way we see our money. So let's keep going. Let's look at what the IRS says, because I'm going to share with you how this really applies to your income and what this looks like for your lifestyle. Now, the IRS says, where does your refund come from? It comes from your wallet or your purse. When you tell your employer how much to withhold from your paycheck, or you make an estimated tax payment. For the average refund, that's about $40 a week too much. Wow. So we're just sharing with you how to do what the IRS says. So let's look at this right here. Let's say that you made, and this is actually a true story, let's say you made $48,000 at your job. That's a tax rate, single with no children, of 25%. Meaning you owe $12,000 in taxes. Now, I want to be clear. We know that we live in a progressive tax system, but we're using all simple numbers just to be clear for everyone. Now, the government gives us something called a personal exemption and a standard deduction. Well, for a single person, that rounds up to be about $10,000. Well, we take that $10,000 off of your $48,000, and that makes you taxed on $38,000. The tax rate you're in is still 25%, and you owe $9,500 to the government. That's a lot of money to pay in taxes, right? Absolutely. So let's look at what happens when you apply that $16,000 we just talked about in your regular expenses that turns into business expenses. Well, you apply that to your taxable income, and now your taxable income is $22,000, meaning you're taxed at 15%, and you only owe $3,300 into the government. See, that's great, right? Yes, but even more is that you look like you made $48,000, but you were taxed on $22,000. That's major. In Arkansas, we pay state taxes, and this story right here, this person got back $1,800 from the state. Single, no children. And on top of that, he cash flowed $6,200 from federal back into his home. So let's really be clear. What's the worst thing that could happen to you in my econ? Well, you could save about $6,000 to $8,000 on your taxes. Yes. See, the thing is, we have to be able to shift our mindset so that we can begin shifting our income. And this is what we're teaching you. We always like to tell you, we want you to pay the right amount in taxes and to do what the IRS tells us to do, and we do it legally. This is a gentleman by the name of Sandy Bakken. He's a CPA and former IRS tax attorney, and he works for the IRS, and he told us, he says, well, every North American taxpayer who works a full-time job and does not have a side business could be overpaying taxes about $3,000 to $9,000 per year. Wow. What could you be doing with an extra $3,000 to $9,000 per year? Something to think about, right? Well, Sandy Bakken said that I quit the IRS because I was tired of seeing them get over on people with their taxes. So now I write books and I do sessions to show people how to do exactly what you all are doing. Get his book, Lower Your Taxes Big Time by Sandy Bakken. I'll say that again, Lower Your Taxes Big Time by Sandy Bakken. It's a great book and a great resource to share with you how we're doing what we're doing, even more. It's just great proof. So what would your investment be for you to begin using these strategies, using this education, saving about $6,000 to $9,000 on your taxes? What would that investment be for you? Well, to start with my econ, it's $179 one time out of pocket. Let's be clear, to start a McDonald's, it's about $2 million out of pocket. So I think we're in a good business, right? Well, you're in the right place at the right time, because right now our owners are doing a great special for us, in sharing this information. It's only $12.95 to get started, and each month is $34.95. Guess what? All of that is tax deductible. Yes, it is, and it's awesome. We get a full financial success membership, and I'm going to share with you what comes with that right when we're getting ready to get finished up with this, because this information is powerful. For $12.95, let's keep going. The first thing you get is the Cash Flow Manager. This system allows us to be compliant with the IRS and keep our records properly. We take a picture on our phone, we enter our information, it links directly to our computer, and at the end of the year, we press print, and our taxes are done. Yes, it's awesome. What else do we get? We have an identity theft protection of up to $1 million in coverage. That alone is powerful and really worth the monthly cost of keeping your business running, because these days, identity theft is the #1 crime in America. So it's no longer if my identity gets stolen. The question is, when will it get stolen? So you want to be protected, and this is what we help you do, and it comes with our system. We have many products. We have many things that come with our Success membership, even credit counseling, free and discounted legal care, tax preparation and advice. See, all of this comes with this membership that you're joining and gaining when you get into my econ, on top of the education. See, this is powerful. We have products that we say, hey, if you're going to take vitamins, just buy them from yourself. Many products, many great things. What we believe in my econ is just saying it this way. Become your own economy, so that you're not affected by the economy. And let me show you one or two more things so we can finish up with this call. Another perk that you get just by coming into my econ is called the Cash Back Mall. We order things online from ourselves, and we're partnered with these companies like AT&T, Walmart, Sam's, Priceline. These large companies are partnered with MyEcon, and we say, well, if you're going to order and shop online, shop from yourself and get cash back. You can give it to your friends and family for free, and they get cash back, and so do you. That's powerful, right? Absolutely. What else? We have travel, which is great. If you love to travel, we just say, hey, shop from yourself when you travel and get cash back. We love to have fun. We love to travel and do things like that. But we just say be smart when you're doing it and keep more money in your pocket. Last couple of things, and we're almost done here. How do you make money in MyEcon? Well, the first thing you can do for yourself is to use the strategies for yourself. Get this knowledge and education and understand it. And then we say, well, if you care enough, share with other people. Have you ever been to a great movie or a great restaurant? Yes. Did you tell someone about it? Yes. Well, did they send you a check? No, absolutely not. So what we say in MyEcon is that if you have a great experience with what we're doing and you know people that would like to do the same thing you're doing, well, tell them about it. Let them join up and share this information with them, and the company will just send you a small token for doing so. Your first 2 people, well, that gets you to executive vice president, and that's the next level in the company. Now the fun begins because you're qualified for unlimited $1,000 bonuses for every 7th person that comes on your base shop team. See, this is powerful stuff. We train you on how to do this, but the most important thing you can do is help yourself. That's the key. I'm going to show you this last system, and then you're going to be able to get started with what we're doing. This is our cash flow strategist system. You see, I told you earlier we had the softwares and the systems. Well, this is one of the systems that helps us to get rid of our debt. This is how I know in 6.5 years all of my debt will be paid off, because the systems of MyEcon work. You see, this system tells us, pay this time, pay this at this time, and then it tells you when you'll be completely debt-free. Wow, that's major. These people here, over $200,000 worth of debt, and were projected to be there for 30 years. With the MyEcon system, they created cash flow, which is king, and then now they'll be out of debt in 68 months, which is a little over 5 years. That's major. This is the key, the real key. So let's actually do a short overview. This is what I call the formula for wealth, is what we have here in MyEcon. See, we give you the system, we give you the software, and then we have the support for you to be able to use it properly. See, that's the key. Well, we're teaching the power of business ownership. And when I say the power of business ownership, it's time for us to begin taking control of our lives. We're teaching you how to lower your taxes, get out of your debt faster, then create some business income to make that process go quicker and help as many people as you can. And then we're teaching you investment education. Now, I didn't go deep into the investment education, but it's important for us to understand that our money working for us is the major thing for us to help with our retirement lifestyle. On top of that, we're teaching you how to look at funds. We're educating you to have a good understanding of what the market is, and for you to have an educated conversation with a financial advisor so that you can take control of your current lifestyle and your future. So let's actually get started with what we're doing here in MyEcon. It's $12.95, and we know that the worst thing that can happen to you is you save about $6,000 to $8,000 on your taxes. So let's be clear. There's 2 pains you can have in America: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. So what's the pain of discipline? The pain of discipline is to use these strategies and education that you see in MyEcon so that you can build wealth for your future. Or you can have the pain of regret to see something like this and not take advantage of it. So get that with the person that invited you to this call and get started now. Thank you.